start.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is Alfred Opatikaki, your host. We are live on RTV Kenya, and we are live on Facebook, on our YouTube, and our dear viewers, continue to subscribe. And today we have a very amazing guest. She's called Madam Lydia Namisi. She's the principal for Nzoia Sugar Company Primary and Junior School here in Bungoma. We are live in Nzoia. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a very inspirational discussion. This just on our program on women and leadership. She has very practical experience and growing up in a local family with little resources, but despite all those challenges, she managed to grow up, and now she's someone that we can bang on in the community. So madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
This is RTV Kenya.
Yes.
We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are live on TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is very difficult to find you. I know you have a very tight schedule.
Yes.
But we thank God you have spared some time for us.
Okay, thank you so much for choosing on me, choosing on the head teacher of Nzoia Sugar Company School. I want to take this opportunity first to welcome you to Nzoia Sugar. I welcome you. This is our school, the school of choice. We call ourselves the Kenya One,
Yes.
with the reasons which I'll explain later.
Sure.
My name, as you have said, is Lydia Namisi-Principal. I am the HOI of Nzoia Sugar Company Comprehensive School.
Yes.
I want to take this opportunity to thank God and to thank you particularly for choosing on us so that we can participate in this interview.
Yes.
I don't know what you wish to know about us. Basically, I am a teacher. I was born in Chevini village in Bokoli location. That is Webuye West,
Yes.
in this Bungoma County.
Yes.
I was raised in that village. I went to Miendo Primary School. I did my class 1 to 7 and did my CPE in 1987. Having, not actually 87, that was 83.
Yes.
Having completed my CPE, I joined Chebosi Secondary School as a day scholar. I was actually going to school and going back until when I reached Form 2, my mom passed on.
Sorry.
No, life was not bearable in the village. I was transferred to St. Cecilia Misiho, and the team that took me to St. Cecilia Misiho was the Child Welfare Society of Kenya, having come home and seen what was at home during that time. I want to thank God maybe taking me to St. Cecilia Misiho changed my life, because I started life in a boarding school and I enjoyed being in a boarding school because I was able to now study, that is Form 3 and Form 4. As I finished Form 3 and Form 4, immediately I finished school, I was privileged to be employed as an untrained teacher. That was in 1989. I started my teaching during that time, and I have taught from 1989 up to this time. I joined Kericho TTC College, where I completed my TTC in 1996, and then I was employed now fully as a teacher in 1996. I have taught in not many schools, because basically when I started teaching as IUT, I was put on my school, Miendo Primary School. After just 4 years, I started teaching in Miendo Primary School. And then after college, I was sent to Bokoli FYM, where I taught there for some time. I was promoted as a deputy to a school called Sawa PCU.
Yes.
I did not stay in Sawa for long. I was transferred to Lutaso RC, which is just near the road at Matisi Junction. Then later I was promoted as a head teacher to Webuye SA. In Webuye SA, I did my work so well. I moved the school from, during that time of 844, from a mean score of 260 to a mean score of 360, having the best day school in Bungoma County in Western Region. Then when there was delocalization some 8 years back, that was in 2018, instead of me being delocalized to other counties, I was just brought here to Nzoia Sugar Company, where I actually also started continuing with my profession, my teaching profession. It was a big challenge because I had come from a day school to a boarding school. So I had to adjust my system of operation to the system of a boarding school. And I think I did my best for the 2 years. I moved the mean score of Nzoia from 311 and moved it to 354. During that year of 2020 KCPA, when Corona had just come in, I happened to produce the best boy in Kenya.
Maybe, madam, you have gone too much.
Yes.
Our viewers, let me take you back a little bit.
Yes.
You said your mother passed on when you are still young.
Yes.
How was the experience? And do you have siblings? How was the relationship? Now it's like you are raised by your father.
Yes.
Now, how was the experience after your mother passing on? Yes, as a little girl.
Yeah, as a little girl in the village, I was used to my mother. By that time, we were 8 in our family. That is 2 girls and 6 boys. So as a little girl, I was used to my mother.
Yes.
And having been the firstborn girl, that love of a mother, and staying in the village when dad was not in the village, it was not so easy for us. It was very, very hard to adjust. And that is why I was telling you,
yes,
life became unbearable until I was now taken from the village to a boarding school to start a boarding life. And from that time, I started now learning how to depend on myself, because now mom is not there. And the only fortunate part of what my father did,
yes,
is he went and married a sister to my mom, the last born sister to my mother. So my aunt, who was my aunt, became now my mom, and she really did have her job well. She fostered us well. We took her as our mother. She also gave us other sisters in our family, so we continued now enlarging the family. And from that time, I learned to work with people. Having been left with a mother abruptly, I learned to work with people.
Yes.
And it really taught me something, because my dad was actually a disciplinarian, and in case you mess,
yes,
you'll not work well with him. So I started learning on how to work with my dad, and I became the best girl for my dad.
What about your siblings, the boys? How was the relationship between you and the boys? Now you are the only girl in the family.
I want to tell you that if there is a family you'll admire to work with, is Namisi-Wasike's family. We took ourselves like we have lost our mom, so we had to bind ourselves together. And we never quarreled. We stayed as if we were one. So our firstborn brother, who is the NAT, second national vice chairman NAT, took care of us, plus our dad. And plus now our aunt, who is now our mom,
Yes.
who came in to take care of us. We worked well. Most of them, I want to say not most, all of them went through education well, and they are on doing good work. They are on good jobs.
Yes, yeah.
Even up to the last born boy, who was 1 year when mom passed on, he is now works as a medical personnel in Webuye Medical Hospital. Yes. So up to now, I don't want to complain, but what mom and what dad have given to us, we have moved on well. Yes.
Now, Mwalimu, you have said something that you were in a day school.
Yes.
And then now when your departed mom, when she passed on, you were taken to a boarding school.
Yes.
How was the experience? How was the transition from a day school to a boarding school? Did you find it comfortable being in a boarding school compared to a day school?
Okay, in the initial times, in the initial stage,
Yes.
I felt lonely. You know, when you transfer from a day school to a boarding school, you are used to going back home, you are used to eating the local food, and here the food is rationed, your family members are not there, it becomes hard. But when I got used to it, I felt that was the best. The boarding schools are very good. I felt I needed that company in the boarding school. I needed to move from the village, from where my mother had been buried, to a new environment, and I had to adjust. The first term it was hard, but when we went to second term, I got used to it and life became normal. I worked well with the teachers. I worked well with my fellow students who are the alumni of Namisi right now. And as we meet, actually, we relate so well. Yeah.
Now in high school, okay, or secondary school those days, how was your life in high school? Did you have any leadership responsibility? Because I see you are very eloquent.
Yeah.
You are people oriented. Where did this gift come from? Did it start from back when you are in primary and secondary, or it came when you are an adult?
Okay, you know, when a talent is not born when maybe you're an adult. I remember when I was in primary, we used to do gymnastics. I used to play netball in school. When I went to secondary school, that is Tevosi, I used to be their captain in netball. When I went to Misiho, I joined music. I played netball. I was an outstanding netballer in Misiho. I was good. And then when we came to music, I did so well. And I think that is where my talent was built up to now as we speak. I am the treasurer music in Western region. And I have done it so well. I believe I've done it so well. I train children in singing, I train them in poetry. And the school that I am holding now, the Nzoia Sugar Company School, is defending 8 trophies nationally from last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can see some of the trophies are here.
They are here, the trophies are here. We are supposed to return them. I know I'm going to do it by next week. I'll return the trophies. But I want to tell you that because of those talents, because of the talent that was nurtured right from primary, even this school, I am nurturing children in all aspects, in co-curricular activities, in academics, in every aspect. The child is suitable. I have actually put them there. I want to exploit their talents so that when they go there, out there, they compete favorably with other children. Yes.
You have said was it after Corona you produced the best boy nationally? How did you take it? What was the feeling of the school and the community?
It was great. It was a feeling that I can't explain now. I remember very well. It was March when people were doing, exam was done in March. It was a rare year where children did the exams in March. And then after the results were announced, I didn't expect it. I've just gone to the farm to see I do farming. Besides being a teacher, I do farming.
You love farming.
I do it very well. In fact, it is actually my major part of the second life. So I had just gone to see what is going on in the farm when they announced the results. And it was like my boy Samuel Wanyonyi Mahano had emerged to be the best boy. It was so good. I was overwhelmed. I felt so good. I'm telling you, producing the best in Kenya it's not an easy thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I felt good. I had to rush to school to look for the child where he is good enough. He's just from Bungoma County. And we had to celebrate him. We had to celebrate the boy. As we speak now, the boy finished his Form 4 in Mango High School, and is doing his medicine degree in Maseno University. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, Madam, let's come back to now Nzoia.
Yes.
Nzoia Sugar School. You have been here since 2018.
Yes.
That's it means you have had so many successful stories as a school, because now the way we see the population has increased, we see the infrastructure is doing well, we see the number of teachers are increasing. I don't know, maybe you can give us a little experience when you came in and the difference at the moment. Yes.
Okay, when I came to Nzoia Sugar Company School, initially it is a school that has been run by male HOIs. So when I came in, initially it was like a woman will not do well in Nzoia Sugar School, because when you look at the record of head teachers of this school, the previous ones were male. So when I came in, being also the first time to head a boarding school, I had to learn how to work with the people. I had to learn how the community is, and started working with them well. I had to look for the stakeholders to start off. Initially, the school was down. Why am I saying the school was down? It had creditors to about 9 million. 9 million is not little money. So because of that, we had to work on how to cut down on these creditors and now start bringing the school up. And we worked well with the board of management. I want to thank God, because we didn't even change the board of management by that time.
No.
We worked well with the first board of management. Unfortunately, our MD, who was Mr. Kulundu, passed on.
Sorry.
But we continued working well, and we gotten another board of management chairman, Engineer Collins Muhongo. And for the 2 period of time, that is the first period of 3 years, then this is the second period, we have worked well, very well. We have brought the school from a population of about 1,500 children. We are now speaking about 2,000 children.
Wow.
And we have improved on infrastructure. When you look around, you can see we have new classrooms that have been built. We have a clinic in the school, and we have improved on the boarding section. And our children actually are disciplined. We don't find them into problems. No. And because of that, our children are competing favorably. They are competing in co-curricular activities.
Sure.
When you go to sports, our children go to up to nationals. When you go to music, they are there up to nationals, and they have the trophies that we have kept.
Sure.
When you go to athletics, you remember our boy, there's a boy called Muturi. He's now in Kakamega Academy. Yeah, it's a Kakamega High School, but they are nurturing him in the academy. And I want to say that even last year, our children went to St. Joseph's Boys High School, senior school, and that's where they are nurturing them even in football. I feel so good, because where we started and where we are a step ahead. We are doing well. We are engaging our learners in live streaming learning, where you go to a live streaming classes, and you see other learners. As we speak now, we are learning with 4 different schools.
Sure.
That is Masunu, Lutacho, and a school in Narok. As we are speaking now, and learning is going on very, very well. When you go to our laboratory, you visit our laboratory, we have tried to set, though it's not on that good level, but at least there is a base for the laboratory. We have also an ICT center. We have equipped it well with the laptops, with the what do we call it, with with which we, I don't know, we have the desktops, and our children are learning the integrated ICT lessons without having problems.
The ICT laboratory is full-fledged.
It is equipped. So as I compare Nzoia and the year I came in 2018, Nzoia has gone far. It's very far away from where it was found. And where we are heading, we want to make Nzoia the best school in this county, if it's going to be possible. We have set for the 2 coming years that Nzoia becomes the center of excellence.
Sure.
And it is possible, because as we speak now, our member of parliament has set aside 3.5 million to work on an administration block. And I know when he begins it, by the end of it, it will be finished, and something will be good for us. Our teachers will be settled in a staff room. The head teacher will also be settled there, and most of the activities can be done in a central place. Yes.
Now, Madam Principal,
yes,
let's speak something about the competence-based education. What's the difference? I know you were in Mutua 8444.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the comparison, if you compare between the 8444
and then the CBE.
Do you think CBE is more competitive? Because we have had many parents complaining, saying CBE is expensive, the government is not funding it fully. I don't know, now you as a teacher and you have the experience, what do you say about the CBC education?
Okay, when something new comes in the market, normally it has its own advantages and its own disadvantages. But when you look at the CBE education system, according to me, it is the best. Yeah, the parents can say it's expensive. Anything coming new, you like it or not, when you go to the market to buy something new, you'll buy it expensive. But by the end of it, it will come down and then do what? And be regulated. CBE education, as I see it with our children, it is nurturing children all round. The children are competent in all areas. When a child is not able to do this, is able to do this. And that is, I want to say that is the best for our children. Initial 844 was based on what? On Minsco syndrome, and everybody was competing to pass exam. So we were nurturing children to do well in exams, but we were not nurturing them on this other part of life. But CBE is they call it competence-based education. By the way, it makes the children compete favorably in every field. When a child fails in this one, he's able to come out with this one, and is, according to me, we shall be building this child fully in life. Despite the challenges, when something comes in new, you like it or not, those challenges are there. And I think the government is addressing these challenges as we move on, and we are happy. According to me, where I sit on this desk, I feel so happy when I see my children doing well in every field. And that's why we are now seeing children doing well in sports. The children are competing in mathematics, they're competing in science, in ICT, which never used to be there those days. Yeah.
Now, Madam, there is the issue of capitation from the National Treasury. Do you think, from your experience, do you think the capitation, is it enough? And if it's not enough, how do now you as the CEO of the school, how do you balance, how do you manage the deficit?
I want to say money will never be enough. Money, it will never be enough. It is just the way you utilize that little amount of money you are given. You know, when you are given money, you sit and make a budget based on what you have been given. Money without a budget, whether it is much or less, it won't work. To us, we are trying to work within our limits. What we receive, we try to put the things that can be first priority and then the last priority. So according to me, with the funding that we are receiving in our, it's not enough, yes, but we try to budget within it so that learning continues, so that our children get the best. So as a HOI, I work with the parents, I talk to the parents where I am not able, I explain to them how we are used to what we have, I explain to them, I put on table, and where it is not enough, they also supplement, they make it better, and we have moved on well. As I'm speaking,
Yes.
we are, tomorrow on Friday, children are going to participate in ball games, that is on zonal level. And then regionals are beginning next week. Our school is a major participant in music in all areas. I am taking about 42 items to the region.
Wow.
42 items to the region needs money. So where it is not enough, the parents come in to make sure that Nzoia is put on its map. The moment we keep aside, we are keeping aside from our own children. These children we need to work with them. We need to work with the teachers.
Yes.
For everything to be well, the parents, the teachers, and the children have to work together. Plus the little resources we are receiving from the government, I think we are ahead of others. Yes.
Now, Madam Principal, we have had cases of unrest in schools. You remember a few weeks to half term, we had so many incidents of fire in some of our local schools around here. I don't know, how do you manage such cases? Maybe here, let's bring back to home. We have children who are involved in discipline cases, and sometimes we hear stories, rumors, children are planning to do, the students planning to do ABC. Now you as the principal, how do you maneuver? How do you go about? Because we have seen your school, haijai na such incidents. We hear, where. How have you been managing? And maybe for these schools that zimekuwa na those challenges, what's the secret? Yes.
Okay, I want to thank God that I have not had such in my school.
No.
Our school motto is discipline is the key to success. And that is the major thing that we always look at in our school. That discipline is the key to success. For a child to succeed, for a teacher to succeed, for a parent to succeed, discipline is key. And I want to tell my teachers, my parents out there, that if you discipline your child when the child is still young, he will not run away from what you give to this child. I am nurturing my children based on discipline, especially in school and even at home, even my own children. We always sit with these children, we discuss with them. I am always free with them. I sit with them even on the ground when they are sitting in the field. I walk when they are eating in the dining. I taste their food. We talk when they are eating. When they are in class, I move around the class to see how the teachers are teaching. I even share lessons with them. And it has made them feel that I am part of them. So I want to encourage all the HOIs, head of institution, that let them be like the children, let them be part of the learning system. If they are part of the learning system, they can be able to identify a problem before it happens. They can be able to be even told when something is being planned. So that is what I want to encourage our learners. Number two, I want to encourage our HOIs to keep the children busy all the time. Engage the children into these activities. I'm telling you that, like Nzoia, it is in all activities. They are in a boarding school, yes, but they can go to the field, run, they can play, they can go to the field, sing, they can dance. So engage these children when they're not in class, particularly for classwork. Engage them into discussion groups, engage them into field activities, so that the mind is always engaged. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. Yeah. So if you leave the children idle, for example, if it's a weekend and these children are idle, That is how they plan to do evil. But when you have set a program of weekends, there is a program where children are engaged with the teachers, when the children are doing activities with the teachers, you will find very little problems running the school. But I want to say that if we leave these children all the time they are free, all the time they are on media, that is the time you find that they now tend to copy what they are seeing on media, to copy what they are seeing in other children, and now do what you saw happen last 2 weeks.
Now, Mwalimu, there has been a discussion between our legislatures, our members of parliament. There was a faction saying that corporal punishment must come back to schools. There was also another team that was saying, no, we should just continue the way you have been doing with our schools. I think, what is your position? Do you think kiboko irudi shule? Ama tuendelee tu vile tuko hivyo watoto, kwa sababu many parents, the community believes that baada ya kiboko kutolewa kwa shule ndio sasa zile cases za discipline zimeongezeka. What is your position?
Okay, policy matters are policy matters. When a policy has been set,
yes,
unless otherwise, we follow the policy. I want to say in Nzoia Sugar Company there is no kiboko, but our children are disciplined. I want to say, I don't want to think about corporal punishment. That's where we passed through. That's where we came in. But when we come to policy matters,
yes,
policy matters have to be followed. Other things, let us keep the children busy. Let us motivate the children from learning. Let us discuss about our children. Let us sit with them and share with them what they have and what we have. And by the end of it, everything would be okay. Yes.
So the legislation, it should not be reviewed. What do you think? The policy, you have talked about the policy.
Yes.
Because there has been a lot of exchange. There is a time I had Honorable Omboko Milemba saying, no, we need to, lazima turudishe kiboko. I also had another one saying, no, we cannot go back in those days. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you think a solution will come through the policy?
I don't know. I don't know if when the policy will change, we shall go with the changes in the policy. But for now, as the policy stands, the cane is not allowed in school. Let us engage them in guiding and counseling, and it is going to help us as they discuss on what next. I don't want to think about the kiboko. You know me, I passed through kiboko time, and it kept us on track. Even at home, even right now, if my dad calls me, because my dad was a disciplinarian, anytime I see his call, I alert myself to see how I'm going to answer my dad, because of what I was brought up in. For now, kiboko has been out for some time, and many children have gone through minus kiboko. So I don't want to comment on if the kiboko comes back, what will happen, or if the kiboko is withdrawn, what will happen. As for now, I strictly follow the policy that there is no kiboko in school. We use guiding and counseling. We put children into serious activities. We motivate the children and make them like school all the time where they are, by engaging them into serious discussions anytime they are not in class. Yes.
We need to discuss something about the social media with our children. Many things are happening. There is cyberbullying. Our children are initiated in things that we don't understand.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on RTV Kenya, and today we have a very amazing discussion with Madam Namisi. She's the senior principal here in Nzoia Sugar Company. We want to go for a break, Please don't go away. Continue to subscribe. Continue to follow us on our YouTube, on our Facebook. And let us go for a commercial break. Don't go away. We are coming back. We discuss the issue to do with the children and the social media. So stay tuned. Don't move away. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me hope it's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This RTV Kenya. I am your host Alfred Opati, and today we are amazed. We are live in Nzoia Sugar Company Primary Junior Secondary School, and our guest is Madam Lydia Namisi. And before we went to break, we were supposed to discuss about social media with our children. There has been so many issues. Our parents have been complaining. Our children, they access social media, they get information, and even we have had some causes of the school unrest. It's aligned with the children accessing social media. So, madam,
Yes.
welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Now, how can we do it? There's a problem. Many parents, many teachers, the community is complaining, but that our children are accessing information on social media, and it's affecting their life. Do you think should the government come up with a regulation?
Social media. I don't think it will be so easy for even the government coming up with the regulations on social media. Why? Our children access social media both at school and at home. Even if in our school we are saying let the children not come with phones, but we are telling them when you go back home, we send activities, we send homework on what? On phones, on WhatsApp, and children are able to access it. So there is no way we are going to say that we stop the children accessing social media. It is just that we teach our children and tell them the importance of social media and the disadvantages of social media. Let the children learn from school, right from ECD. Let the children know that social media has its advantages and disadvantages. When we focus on that and even put it as what? As a subject, it is going to help our children as they grow up. Actually, social media has very many advantages for a school, for a learner, for a scholar. But it has disadvantages when the children divert from the learning aspect on social media and now go to other aspects. I want to give you an example. That when social media is not controlled in our homes and you leave the children with a phone throughout the day, I am seeing an aspect when a child goes home, he can't even do any other domestic chores. The child is on phone throughout. So as parents, we want to advise that let the children know that the use of phone should be a receiving of the calls and the educational materials. Any other activities, let them suspend. When our children are in school, I personally, like in this school, I have set televisions for our children. And during weekends, our children access the television. They are able to watch when there is a match, they watch. When there is a activity, learning activities, educational channel, they go through it. But we don't access them on other materials. And they are tuned to it. We have put children in charge. We have put teachers in charge. They are able to control our children, what to see and what not to see. And we also tell them that it is not that they have not to see them. Their time for seeing other activities are not it, right? So we always tell them that we teach them and they get disciplined to it. But when the children go home and they are not disciplined, you find that is where the children may mess. So we want to advise our parents that let the children learn, have educational materials on phone and use them when they know they are using for the purpose of learning. But for other purposes, let the parents be keen on what the children see, on what the children watch, be it on television or on our phones. Yes.
There's been Mwalimu, let's just go back to the real life experience.
Yes.
Our teenagers are very tricky. You as a parent, you can put all those measures, but you find they access this information from other sources that we don't know.
Those other sources are the ones we have to teach them that these other sources are there, but let us avoid them. Let us wait for them to come at their ripe age. You know, even as when we used to be in school, we used to get information. We used to have the boy-girl relationship in school. We used to get punished because of that. But because of what we were, the behavior we were instilled in, it made us focus on what? On what is right. The same thing should be done to our children. Where we have gone wrong is we have left the children very free with the media than with other domestic chaos. I want to say that a child goes home for half term. The child is supposed to be with the parent, to work with the parent. But now we have employed maids, we have employed workmen. So the children are occupied on media throughout. They don't do this other chaos. So my advice is, when you go to the farm as a mother, let me go with my children when they are on half term, when they are on holiday. When you go to do other activities which are constructive, go with the children and let them also learn to do constructive activities. But don't leave your children. You are going to the farm and you are leaving the children with the phone. You are leaving them on TV from morning to evening. That is where our children are, and they can't do much. Why? Because of media. So as a teacher, I always talk to them. We talk every Fridays. We have a session for this. We talk to them the importance of media, how it can help us as learners, as scholars, and how it can also destroy a learner or destroy a scholar. And that is why all the time I engage my learners in constructive activities, rather than staying on TV throughout, rather than staying on TV during the weekend. You know, weekend on Saturday and Sunday they are here in school. But what I've done is I've put a program. They learn, they go to the field, and they have just a specific time where the children are watching TV, where the children can access tablets during maybe ICT lessons or during constructive activity on the tablets. Yes.
Our viewers, mwalimu anasema engage your children. When they come home for holidays, make sure they go to the farm, make sure they wash utensils, make sure they participate in other activities. Let them not overwatch television. Let's go back to, we see what our viewers. There is someone called Barbara Anyanja. Anasema wewe ni mama yake.
Yeah. Barbara is my daughter. Yeah, she's actually my third born child. It happens that she's my only daughter. I love her so much.
Barbara, mamako, your mother loves you so much. Endelea kutufuatilia. Now, madam, let's switch gear a little bit. Have you had experiences with vulnerable children in your school? Because we are living in a society whereby there are so many challenges that children go. So sometimes our parents send children to school as a place of comfort. Yes. And maybe the school is like the savior. So have you had such scenarios here in Nzoia School? And how did you go about it? For example, we have children who are unable to pay their school fees. We have children, they come home without anything. We call it empty stomach. They slept like that. Yeah. So how do you go about it? Yes.
I want to say this. I grew up as a vulnerable child. I want to say that because when my mom passed on, I was left in that field of no mother. And it became so hard. Life was unbearable. And I think that is why God chose that I also handle vulnerable children. When I was an HOI in Webuye SA, there was a home called Adulam Home for vulnerable children. They chose our school. And when they came in our school, I think many people took it as, no, these are street children, others are... But I took those children and incorporated them in our school, and they started taking the learning in our school. I learned a lot with a child who does not have, a child who is vulnerable. In Webuye SA, we set a fund called Most Vulnerable Children Fund. And we were raising funds to buy uniforms for those children. We were raising funds to buy them food.
From our own pockets.
Our own pockets. The teachers, we had a welfare association, Webuye SA Teachers Welfare Association. And we were taking care of those children. We had a number about 100 plus. And we were managing them. I started learning how to take care of children who are not able, who are coming from parents who are not able to take care of them. And as we did that, our school gotten so many other children who came in from families that are able. And those families that were able were also able to fund, to put some little money in that fund, and the fund helped children who did not have. When I was transferred to this school, it's a boarding school, yes, but it has children who are day scholars. And I want to say that our community in Nzoia Sugar Company, school community, used to enjoy privileges from the company when the company was stable. But when the company came and dropped, I want to tell you that our parents suffered. Why? These parents used to be casual workers in the company, and they used to earn bread from the company. So the time I came in, the company was down, and the school was not even able to sustain itself. But the fortunate part of what happened during Corona time, you know, sometimes God's timing is the best. During Corona time, I received guests from the Child Welfare Society of Kenya, and they wanted to bring the children into boarding schools from their homes simply because of the Corona aspect. I welcomed the Child Welfare Society in our school, and it brought their children here, most of them who are vulnerable. I'm telling you, we have learned to work with these children. We have nurtured these children from different backgrounds. We started small, but we grew big. Our children from the surrounding and even the children who are on boarding had to learn to work with children who are coming from homes who don't have their smooth background. I have learned a lot how to nurture a child who is vulnerable. Our children from the society also, we now had to incorporate them. They used to go home for lunch. And you know, some of them could go home for lunch and come back on an empty stomach. So we had to put them together so that we have a common lunch. All of us, the teachers, the children, day scholars, and the boarders, eating the same food. It has made us bond with the children from the community, the boarders, and the children who came from the child welfare. So far, our children from the child welfare are now in grade 9. And you know, we started with them in grade 3. We have been moving with them step by step. As we speak now, you cannot identify these children because they bonded, they can start together, they are friends, they are doing activities, all the activities, school activities together. And as they're joining senior schools, they're joining senior schools in different senior schools, but from our own school. So far, I am just delighted with what I have seen. And from the children that we are nurturing, I know the future is big for them. Because one from the most vulnerable children are again also coming out to be the best in class, to be the best in co-curricular activities. And I want to tell you, it is a good experience working with children who are most vulnerable. Yes.
It's a good experience
It is
working with the children from the vulnerable families.
Yes.
Now, Madima, let's go outside the school environment. There has been an issue of sexual and gender-based violence here in Western region. There are so many issues to do, especially here in Bungoma, in Busia, in Vihiga, in Trans Nzoia. Now you as a woman, and then as a person who has gone through normal life, normal challenges.
Yes.
What do you think? What is the main cause of this SGBV? And mostly children and mothers are the mostly affected. Where is the problem?
I want to say that one, I think there was a vacuum of not including gender-based violence in some of our learning areas. Because if this gender-based violence is put in some of our learning areas right from grade 1 and addressed in schools as we continue learning, I know the generation can be different. Right now, as we speak in CBC, it has been incorporated in our learning areas, and we are addressing it in schools. I want to thank God that in our school, particularly in Nzoia Sugar Company School, we have not had such. We have not had our children are not violated. We have not had even early pregnancies in our school, and we want to thank God for that. And I want to say it is maybe the discipline we instill in these children to have a sister, brother, a kind of relationship, taking care of each other and embracing each other all the time. Gender-based violence comes where we are not embracing each other. When you find families are not embracing each other, that's where you find such a things happen. We want to encourage our society is that we work together and embrace each other and make sure that our children are also in the same category. We are putting them to embrace each other right from school and even at home. If we don't do that, we cannot stop gender-based violence. Yes. But I want to thank God, CBA, as we speak now, it is already incorporated. We are teaching it. We are encouraging people staying in unity, respecting each other as they grow up. A child who respects each other, family that respects each other. By the end of it, you cannot realize that gender-based violence. Yeah.
There is one of our viewers asking, saying, "Thank you, madam, for the conversation. You grew up in Bungoma, whereby the women are not really factored. How did you survive to come to this level?"
Right now as I speak, women are valued in Bungoma. Women are now being valued, maybe in the initial ages. But when you see right as we speak, women are now valued. When you see in education sector, I want to be specific in the education sector, you find that most of the schools who are now HOIs, it is almost a quarter in every sector. We have the women incorporated.
Yes.
In those days, women were not valued as much, but as time is going by, the women are being valued in the community. I want to encourage the women in position. A women in position is that let us just work with the others, let us work with the men, let us respect each other, and let us compete favorably with the work. What I know is when a woman is put in a place, the woman tries as much as possible to improve the place. Just the way a woman struggles with the family is the way she struggles with the place she has been given in what? in hand. And I want to encourage women who are in position to work extra hard to be heads and not tails, to improve in every aspect where they are able to improve. I also want to encourage our government that let them continue as what they are doing to empower women. I want to thank the president, by the way. He has really tried to empower women, and as I am seeing in every sector we have women in place, and I am just so happy about it. I am also looking at the county governments, the way they are impressing women and the way they are putting them into places, into offices, and mostly where women are, things are working well. So I encourage women to continue working, to go to school. Let them not just say that when I finish Form 4, that is all. No. When you are trained as a teacher, move. I trained as a P1 teacher. I went for a diploma course in Kenyatta University Education. I went to Mount Kenya for my bachelor's. I took education arts, that is Kiswahili CRE. And then when I finished, I went to Laikipia University for my master's, where I took education management and administration. As I'm speaking now, I'm pursuing my PhD in guiding and counseling in Kibabi University. So I think when you have been given a position, move. Don't look at yourself as a woman. Look at yourself as a person who can be able to do better. Yes, and I know there is no limit. There is no limit, and no human being is limited.
Our viewers, no human being is limited. If you are given any position as a woman in the community, please do it better. Yes. You can do better than men. That's what our principal is telling us this afternoon.
Yes.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost winding up our show this afternoon. But before, Madam, maybe before we finish, before we complete this session, what do you say something good about your school? Maybe there is a parent outside there who is planning to kupeleka mtoto somewhere. Unaweza jisifu kidogo about Nzoia na uambie this is the school, the best school in Western region. Yes.
But then Nzoia Sugar Company is a school of choice. It's a school that will not choose another school on it. It is the best school. It's a center of excellence. I have a staff of 58 teachers.
Wow.
I have a support staff of 22 support staff, and I have children 1,900 and the ECD 200. So when you look at our school and what we do, you can't choose another school. This is the best school. This is the best place to work. When our teachers are here, it is like they are at home. Most of the time, they spend in school. Our teachers stay on school compound, surrounding the children in the boarding section, and then our children love the school. I cannot choose any other school if it is a comprehensive school, if not Nzoia Sugar. It is the best. And I want to encourage parents who will wish to bring their children to this school. Come. I will accord to you what you will wish to get. I will give you the best. Yeah, that is what I can say.
Niliona mling'aa sana mambo ya ilikuwa taarab. You went up to the national level.
Not only national level. We went and sang it in State House.
Wow.
We sang it to the president, that is in 2023. And we are praying that now that music is coming to Bungoma nationally, that is Kibabi University, we are praying God that we again emerge the winner so that we can sing the tarab to our president in our own county, Bungoma. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding up our show this afternoon. I know you have so many questions you want to ask. You are free. You can go to our Facebook page. You can go to our YouTube page. You can go to TikTok and ask any question that you wish our guest today to answer you. And it has been a very amazing discussion. You can see how she has moved from one level to another. Maybe you are a woman there, you have given up in life, but this is an opportunity to see that, to know that you still have a chance. You can do better. Someone said, what men can do, women can do
it better. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to wind up from there. Maybe last question as we wind up.
Yes.
What are your future ambitions? Do you have any, maybe after retirement, do you intend to run for any community seat, either any political seat? Okay,
I am still working for Nzoia. If God willing, I'm still working for Nzoia. I still have about 5 years to work for Nzoia or any other institution. But no human being is limited. That is it. No human being is limited. I do farming. I told you that. I love farming. I do farming of sugarcane and maize. I am also a businesswoman. I have engaged in hospitality. We have hotels in where we are directors, and I want to say that for the future, it is God who builds the future for somebody. If God is willing, if God has plans, good plans for a person, definitely He will make sure that you receive what He has planned for you. So in the future, if God has planned for me something good, I know definitely He will give to me. But for now, I am still serving the teacher profession. I'm still serving my children, and I know I still have a task to nurture them to be the best, so that when I meet them in the future, I am branded my best head teacher, my best HOI. I think it sounds better when you nurture a person and you meet on the road and he says, this was my person, this was my head teacher. I feel so good about it, which I am already receiving. When I meet I am teaching with the children I taught.
Sure.
Like on this school.
Yes.
I am teaching with the children I taught in primary.
Wonderful.
Yes. The children who are on teaching practice, I have just taught them in this school some 5, 6 years ago. They are on this school for teaching practice. So I feel good because I am already producing. My pension is beefing up. When I meet them, I know they will not stop giving me a soda, they will not stop giving me a lunch.
Sure.
Because of what we are doing for them now. So in the future, God has plans for us.
Sure.
And definitely He will give us what He has put aside for us.
Our viewers, in the future, God has a plan for us. Maybe a parting shot.
Yes.
Parting shot. Camera gun, you can use that one.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing on us. I want to take this opportunity to thank my teachers, to thank my pupils, to thank my parents, to thank my stakeholders, the Minister of Education, to thank everybody who is giving hand in this school, who is giving the support to make sure that our children in entire Kenya are doing well. I want to say God has a reason for having put us in such a places, for having put us in position. Let us nurture what God has put in our hands so that He continues to multiply His blessings to us. Thank you so much and be blessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It is now afternoon. I think we need to break. And we shall continue having such wonderful discussions. Continue following us on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page. We are on TikTok. And there is a number going down our screen. Maybe you want to be given an opportunity to have your discussion on this platform. You are most welcome. You can SMS us, you can call us, you can reach us using those platforms. Thank you so much. We wish to stop from there for today.
Maybe
yes.
Something which I forgot.
Oh, there is something.
Something that has just come into my mind.
Please. As
Next week, we are having Regional Music Festival in Kimirili Boys Senior School. Those ones who love music, it is your time to come and see what we are doing. We are starting from Monday 6 and it will run up to 12th. The comprehensive schools are taking the first 4 days, and then the senior schools are taking the last 3 days. You are welcome. I, one of the officials of the Kenya Music Festival Western Region, I welcome you particularly to come and see what we are going to display. For the schools that are coming, I want to wish you safe journey for your coming as you come to participate. All is going to be well. I know God is going to protect us, is going to cover us with the blood of Jesus, and all is going to be well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Unaamini nikuje?
Karibu sana.
Karibu
Mtoto wetu. Karibu.
I need to be there.
Please come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and be blessed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Asante sana.
God bless you.
Tu.
We call it a stop. Thank you.